Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of Ore. We're back over here at the main plant, and as you can see I've added some more smelters. I can't remember if I had that in the last video. I tend to record these in batches, sometimes like a week apart, on the weekends when I have time, so I've kind of forgotten what I did. But I set these up, and I thought I had a bunch of iron going. No, I didn't. I just had stuff going down here. So I went and got a bunch of iron because we're getting pretty low. Anything else in these? I think I've cleaned out just about everything else. But this will let us process through a lot quicker. So now we're back up to 700 iron. And I know I need to get some more barrels going because we're out of water. And then we're going to go back over to the other plant. Get going. Oh, he's actually working away on those. Excellent. So he's already got 173 of those. We'll just yoink those. And then I know I'm going to always need new barrels, so we'll just queue up another batch right there. Been having lots of good comments. Appreciate those. Including, I forgot you could make rubber parts. I don't remember where you make the rubber itself. Is that in here? No, this is just the parts for your vehicle. So I'll have to look into that. I don't know for sure where you make the rubber. Is that in one of the other workbenches I don't have? No, buildings, workbenches. So would that be in the... I'd have to be in the oil derrick. I don't have a steel press, but I can't imagine you make rubber in a steel press. What kind of goofy place do they have you make? Oh, you make it in a smelter. You make it in an ore smelter, of course. With silicon and coal. Apparently that's a good money maker. So, good to know. But we're doing alright on money. Doing alright. Alright, we got that queued up. We got a bunch of concrete going here. Make sure this guy is topped off with barrels. Get him percolating. And let's go back over to the other place because we got something to show you. I went ahead and bought a little loader too. And I'm just going to use this for cleanup work. I want to get back in here and clean up some of this mess. So I went and bought a baby loader. And I do want to redo the power here. And I don't remember... Oh, here, remove cables. There we are. Like, I know there's a way to do that. So let's go buy a cable real quick. Power. We should just need the little guy. Then let's switch over to grid build. And yeah, we can put you right there. I think that'll work. Go to first person camera. Sometimes that works better for hooking these up. Then we can go underneath with no worries. Hopefully. So we're going to get that cleaned up. There has been a patch since I recorded the last batch of videos that fixed some hopper and conveyor belt stuff. So maybe we're good now. Possibly. I wonder if I can move that with the dozer. When I'm thinking about it. I got this stuff out of the way. So let me leave that. Let's get the dozer. Is it, it's still way down here. Fair enough. Bleed up. You're going to take half an hour to drive up to the other plant? Probably. I want to try something. I want to see if I can push that coal back with the dozer, and then we'll get in there with the little baby loader and clean up behind the hopper. So I'll put a cut in here and I'll see you up the plant. I got a pump there. And a floaty plant. So let's see if we can get that out of the way. Oh, it's messy. Oh, it's messy. Why did I do that? Alright, I think going downhill is the key on the dozer. What I saw in some comments anyway. Can't even get through there because it's They grab stuff way below the blade. Hopefully they'll fix these someday. The dozer could be so much fun if it actually worked. Okay, quit grabbing stuff 3 feet below the blade. Stab it! Stab it! Okay, fine. I'll go back and fix the road by hand. Let's see if I can actually get up here and push some coal. I think some of the comments when I was trying to use the dozer were that it works best going downhill, if I remember right. And that's fine, but it should work just driving with your blades 4 feet in the air. It shouldn't be grabbing stuff off the ground. Am I pushing that back over there, or is it just kind of deleting it? I think it's kind of pushing it. Fall out of the blade. Yeah, I think that's probably worse. Alright. And yes, I know I could just put this in my inventory and spawn it back up here, but just because something is easier, for me, doesn't mean it's more fun. I wanted to drive the dozer up here. You get frustrated at its inadequacies. Alright, let's shut you down. We're done messing with you for now. Now that it's created way more work for myself down here. Alright, let's hop in Baby Loader. See if we can get some of that moved, and we'll stick the hopper back there in place. I also had another comment about the scroll. You can change the scroll behavior, but the scroll wheel, not the squirrel. The scroll wheel behavior for when you're in vehicles. I don't think it works for when you're in player camera. Alright, let's get up here and Baby Loader. We're going to grab some of this coal, maybe. Okay, we got some of it out. So let's hop out here, and we're going to put the hopper back over there. And I'm going to actually go change the snap build and snap it onto there. Make sure it's back from whence it came. And we'll go back to grid build and throw you down there. Okay, let's get this cleaned up, and then I've got some ideas. Some ideas for that coal over there. We're going to try out some ideas. And those ideas might include danger putty and or boom boom sticks. Alright, put you in there, and I just realized I forgot to turn this back on after I hooked it back up. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can take Baby Loader and squeeze back behind her. Get some of that cleaned up. Baby Loader is not very powerful, but you know, it's just a baby loader. Can't help it. Remember when this was all we had? Now we've got the big powerful loader. This bucket doesn't overload nearly as good as the one on the L11 does. The L11 is really good about letting you overload it. Alright, all aboard the struggle bus here. And I just wanted to play with the little loader again. We could have removed this equipment and scooped this out with the big loader, but like I said, for me, easy doesn't always mean fun. Yeah, this thing doesn't want to stay overloaded at all. So with the patches, we'll see if we get mysterious piles of stuff showing up anymore. What's strange is, you know, Went through, what, like 7 or 8 episodes without seeing that issue, and then all of a sudden it just popped up. It's a work in progress. Stuff happens. A lot of this is dirt, but we'll try to get the coal as well. Why is it just like falls out of the bottom of the bucket? Here, you. Now we got a scoop. Yeah, I forgot to fill this up with fuel after I bought it. So, going to be a little low on go-go juice here in a minute. Just thinking about the other stuff I'm going to do. I think I've got the wood walls back in the storage container. So I may have to pop over to the storage container, try out my ideas. There you. This loader. Forgot how much it likes to skid over the ground instead of digging in. We'll get her done. Alright, let's do a cleanup pass here, baby loader, and I think we'll be done with your services. Let's see if we can get a scoop of coal off this hillside here. There we go. Beauty. Alright, let's get this thing out of the way. And I'm going to pop over to my storage container and get some parts. And I'll meet you back over here. So I had an idea. It goes a little something like this. How did that actually work? Okay. I don't know how that one snapped there. I meant to remove the angled piece. Alright, and then we have this guy. Then, yeah, it doesn't work as well on the slope. Oh, I don't know if this will work or not. I don't know how high up they need to be. I haven't done any experimentation with this, so this very well may just fail horribly. Wonder if this guy probably needs moved a little bit too. Come on. That. Getting this game to do what you want is a challenge sometimes. Yeah, like that. And then we'll come out here and we'll dump into the hopper. Then we use explodey stuff. Make it fall in the conveyor? Maybe. Maybe that'll work. So let me get this built out. And we'll give it a whirl with some explodey stuff. Alright, had to go build some more concrete stuff. Took a little while, but I think now I have enough to finish out this so-called design. Some dirt fell off the roof. Is why there's stuff in that conveyor. Then we need some on the side down here, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. And I've got power ran down to here, but I don't have any power generated yet. So let's go ahead and finish out these conveyors up here. I just want to have conveyors go over and then just dump into the hopper. I think is the plan, or should I just go straight in? Well, I might want to move some more dirt and dump it in the hopper, so we will just go over from the hopper. So let me get my inventory cleaned up real quick. So we're going to need, let's see, 2, 4, corner, and then probably another 4, and then up, and then over. So if we go to the conveyors, let's get, say, 3 of those. And we're going to need a right 2 times. And we're going to need a, what's it called, an elevator? Yeah, elevator. Need at least one of those. And then, you don't necessarily need a chute, but it makes it look kind of neat. So we'll do a chute. I'm thinking I might need either a 2 or a 3. Let's see how we end up. So we're going to continue over this way. If I go this way, that's going to be... Yeah, that's going to be too far. So let's go ahead and do our... Oh, no, that's not going to work. All right, so we want a twofer. I think. Let's get a straight 2. Then a right. Then another 4. Or maybe we can just have a curve over. If we do a left 2 and a chute, I think will be good. So I misjudged the number of straights I needed, but that's okay. Left 2. Perfect. And then we'll save the straight for later. Throw a chute on there. Okay, and then that will drop into the hopper. So let's go see what our power requirement is. I don't have enough power. We're going to have to add some power. But we've got money. That's all right. Let's see. So we go back here to this guy. We need 527 watts. Okay. Basically 600 watts is good because that's what we have on the power pylons I set up. So we came in right under budget. Perfect. Now this guy is outputting how much? I forget what I put up here. He's putting out 800. So I could just switch the power over, but I kind of want them to run at the same time. So what options do we have for 600 of power? We've got a solar panel with another 700, which is cheaper than the $800 windmill. Alternatively, I could do a different pylon setup here. Is this just a 600? Yeah, that's just a 600 as well. So to doing the 500, we need like, it's called 1100 total. So we only need another like 300 watts. Can I feed multiple off of here? Possibly. Alright, so if we bought another, what's the smallest power? We could buy another, just put a baby solar panel out here to augment this guy. It's not even going to line up, is it? Alright, I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then we need to upgrade this pole. So let's go to power, and we're going to need at least, like I say, a 1200 watt pole. So we have a 1400 kilowatt. That'll work. That guy. Hear you. So we have that guy go to there. That guy go to there. This guy goes to there, and then can we pull another one off here? It would appear that we can. Okay, and then you are on. You are now on. So if I look at this, we've got 1400 kilowatts to play with. And I assume this turned off because we were fiddling with the power. So we should be able to turn both these on now and nothing explode. Let's see if things explode. That one's already on. But it's not moving. On? Oh no, I keep thinking green means it's on. Green means you can turn it on. It doesn't mean it's on. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to run up here in time. We should see some dirt dump out of the chute. Though we may have already missed it. Nope, looks like it dumped in there. Something explode. Why did that explode? We didn't have power running through it. We didn't have any more power than normal running through it. Or does it not realize the power is only running that direction? Maybe it's kind of dumb and it doesn't actually model properly. Interesting. Experimentation might be required. So I was wiring this up like it was realistic. It looks like it may not be realistic. So this should only be carrying the load of that over there. Yeah, grid load 527. And I bet when I turn that on down there, no, that's already on, so I can turn this one on. I bet when I turn this on, that sees all of the load, even though it shouldn't by like electrical rules. I'm guessing that's what's going on. Yep. Okay, so it doesn't work realistically. Good to know. So how does it work? That's the question. Wait, did that blow up and then fix itself? It's handy. Oh no, this one exploded this time. Yeah, so that sucks. So you have to upgrade your entire infrastructure because it doesn't work right. Okay. Now we know. I'm not going to do it that way. I'll just run one at a time because I don't want to replace all this stuff. Where's my little guy? There it is. They're out of order. Weird. Some of these blown ones are worth like $4. So let's get those. Go there. Okay, you can snap on there. So we'll just, like I said, we'll just have to run one of these at a time. And then we don't actually need this little solar panel. Get rid of you. Say, remove cables. So we'll run down to this one instead. That guy is still on. What else blew up? Oh, right. I hooked the other one up. Okay, so let's go turn this guy on now. He should work. Without exploding everything. So it looks like any connected grid, it's counting like each power pylon is seeing the full load of the grid, no matter where your current would actually be flowing. Hope that makes sense. Okay, let's just double check that this is working as intended. That's the wrong button. So we'll put you down for later. So we should be able to just drop coal here, right? Yep. Alright, then it goes on up the system. About as fast as I can run. And then gets dumped in the hopper. Perfect. Okay, it's explodey time. Let's get our detonator, and we've got the ANFO because it's the cheapest, and I'm cheap. So we're going to do a snap build. So we want this to be probably right there. That may end up burying that power, but that's okay. Then we're going to put one there. You can't pick these back up after you set them down, so I'm kind of double checking where I'm putting them. Okay, will this work? I have no idea. Let's push the old plunger here and find out. Are you ready? Fire in the hole! We got lots of Cocoa Puffs. We have lots of stuff going in the hopper. Yeah, we got stuff going in the hopper. Perfect. Now, from what I understand reading comments, the conveyors used to delete stuff. They got overloaded. I believe that's been fixed in the latest patch. As of this recording, anyway. I'm recording this on the 2nd of May, 2025, for reference. So we had some of the material, looks like kind of built up around here, which is not too surprising. Did we lose material? I have no idea. I don't know what happens when it gets overloaded. I haven't done any testing. I'll leave that up to people who have more time on their hands. Well, we got some more coal, so let's see if we can bring some more coal down. About there, and fire in the hole. So we got some spillage, but for the most part it's working as intended. Unless it's deleting material, which it might be. Oh wait, where'd my... Oops. Did I miss a spot? Or did we explode some concrete? I think I missed a spot. My bad. Yeah, okay, so it's definitely overloaded. You can overload up to a point. I don't know if that's 250, 500, maybe 10 times overload. So we should be doing pretty well. With that, we opened up, clear up to the surface up there through that coal seam. So let's go buy some more info. I don't think you can manufacture this, or I would do that. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. Alright, we want some more info, and let's kind of branch out a little bit here. Get see if we can get the majority of this. Oops, that's not right. You never used to be able to pick this stuff back up. I'm assuming you still can't. Yeah, I'm assuming you can't. Oh well, we placed it a little low. We'll live with it. I want to kind of bring down the sides of this. And they do explode, as you see, in sequence. Depending on where you place them. Or, sorry, when you place them. Alright. Fire in the hole! Yeah, a little overflow, but you know what? I'm happy with it. Uh-oh. Did it just reform? It doesn't fall down anymore? Maybe it just reformed on the sides. Ooh, we got a snot bubble rising up through the ranks here. So that was a problem. Well, that's still the thing. If it comes up through the conveyor, it'll just build on top of it instead of going in the conveyor. That's fine. I'm just hitting the block. I don't think I'm hitting the doit. All right, I'll clean that up by hand. So it was falling through, but we got a lot of material moved through. Let's go check the old hopper up there. See what we got blasted out of here for a few $100 worth of info. How much was the info? 130 a pop, so yeah, a couple $1,000 worth of info then. I wasn't really counting. Alright, let's go see how we did. A little makeshift setup. There we go. 4,200 worth of coal. Though the hopper can really be overloaded a lot. Okay, so what I need to do now is I guess I can hook both these up and just make sure I don't turn them on both at the same time. So that one is, yeah, that one is off. So we should be able to turn this one on now. Start processing that through. There you go. I bet I got a bunch of stuff over here. It's been a while, I think, since I did a clean out. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's been a little while, folks. I guess I've got one little bit of pay dirt here. Let's we'll pop that in there. And then the regular dirt we'll just sell. And what we got on the other side here? Just a little bit of stuff. Just a small amount. So I need to get that queued up over at the other place. Let's go ahead and sell off what we can sell. We want to sell the dirt. Full stack of dirt. 80 grand worth of coal. Nice. We got all this stuff we need to run through. Okay, I'm going to let that continue to run, and then I'm going to head over to the original plant, where we can process the rest of these materials. And I got my little storage container here. I'm going to actually pop this stuff in there for now. It's extra stuff that I don't need. Didn't realize I had a solar panel sitting over here. Whoops. Alright, I'll just sell that. I'll take the loss. I'll just sell that little panel. Yeah, we'll take the loss on it. That was my mistake. Alright, we have diamond and ruby. So let's do, what, 70 here, and then the rest here. How many ruby we got? 240, so we'll do 120 on this one. Just over this one. Good. And we got some more concrete roofs. I was just over here not too long ago making concrete stuff, so we're doing all right. We still got some water to pick up. Here we go. We got some concrete. We're actually ahead of the curve here for a bit. Although we're gonna keep going down, so it wouldn't hurt to queue up. I don't remember. Does it take 7 of those? We have enough to do another 8 of each of these. Awesome. We can always use some more blocks, so we haven't done the map. Yep, alright, and then that just about runs us out. And then we're pretty much out of concrete, which means I need to buy more gravel. So the cycle continues. How are we doing on smelting? Let's get these guys loaded up. Alright, we have 600 gold. So if we do the gold down through there, we've got 4. So we do, say, 125. Each one of these. Still a little bit of a manual process, but not too bad. Alright, we got a little bit left over, so that will continue that trend. Not through there. Actually, we'll just do the rest. That guy, and then we've got... I've got 3 more to do silicon on, so let's do... Oh, what should we do? Okay, 50. Fired up. And fired up, and then we'll just do the rest. Yeah. There we go. We're smelting away. And I know, I need to get manufacturing on finishing off this building. So I need these walls. Do I have any more of those? Let me get that queued up in the manufacturing. No, I don't have any other walls in here. I do have some pieces that grab the. Then we need another. Is that 2? Then 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Another 16 walls, and then some kind of a roof. Those are made here. We need 4, 4, and 2 for each one of those. How many can we just do? Do 1. Awesome. What did I say? 14? Let's just say we want to make 20 of these so we have some leftovers. So that means we need 80 steel beams, 80 steel plates, and 40 nuts and bolts. We got some steel left over. You're done with barrels for now. There we go. We get that cranking, then we got just a little bit of steel left over. 68. Meantime, we got 1 wall. 1 wall to our name. Alright, you I'm going to throw in there. And then you I'm going to throw in there. Then they're in their source machine for now. Go ahead and queue up the rest of that water and just let her keep on pumping. Alright, well I think that'll be it for this episode. Let's get a wall on here. There we go. We got something done on the building. I'm happy. And then the cycle continues. So I kind of like that experiment with the coal seam. I'll probably clean that up a little bit over there at the other place. And then we're going to continue on down into the mountain. So lots more digging to come. Just done processing. We're going to keep going down. I'd like to eventually get down to this iron ore with the loader. That's the goal. It's a big goal. Yep, that is all done. Excellent. But I think it's doable. So let me go ahead and turn this off. And then I think I will leave... I can leave that part there. That's fine. Get some cribbing under here. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Can I get that over there so it's actually sitting on something? Where are you? There we go. That looks a little better. All right, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks as always for hanging out. And take care.